Good evening and welcome back. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk. So come on in, grab a glass of wine, and join me. It is now 10:10, and let's see how long I will be on tonight. I'm getting set up here, so give me a second. Just want to change something real quick. Let's put that up. Shout out to the mob, all my other bears. I call the grizzlies and the honey bears. It has been a ride. It has, in the last, less than 22 hours since I was on this channel. hmm So that would be, at least 24 hours that I've been on. But as far as the strikes and more strikes and more strikes and more takedowns of my Instagram and X. So again, just give me a second. All right. Trying to bring up something. Fair use commentary. As always, this broadcast is for education, criticism, news reporting, and entertainment purposes only. All right. Let me know that the sound is okay as I'm getting things set up. All right. Checking my headphones. All right. I can hear a little bit of music in the background. It should be subtle. There we go. All right. Shout out to my moderators. I see a few of you in the chat, Baby Juju, Vicky Black, Cups of Conversations. Also, you joined our membership the other day. Uh, thank you for joining. I see Rare Grooves, Latoya Woods. Shout out to you. I know people are always in the bushes, always watching. So, let's see. Did I pull up? I did. Hang on. So, this is what the posts look like now. And there have been 8 removed. I believe it's 8, lost count, 7 or 8 on X, and definitely 8 on Instagram. Um, but let's just look at this one, for example. It was listen carefully to truth teller Danny, aka Danny Robertson, admitting to filing false privacy complaints against Unwind with Teddy and giving false information to YouTube at YouTube creators. Who is this anonymous person? Contact me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. You can see the media has been disabled in response to a copyright. Another one, listen carefully to the same, admitting, giving false information. All right. Here's one where I said, take a listen to this clip. It was just a tiny clip. Let's be clear. Who else does this sound like? So, what she's done is gone through both my Instagram and X and removed any reference to her voice. And I have others. Let's see, I don't have to pull them up, but let me just on the other screen. Listen carefully. Truth teller Danny, known for impersonation and multiple alias, can be heard making a fraudulent wellness check. She tells police her name is Stacy and that she lives in Indiana. All right. So again, that one here removed. Here's one uh, where she calls herself a psycho. Another one, have you heard this unique laughter somewhere before? If so, email me at unwinewithteddy. Oh, here's the one with the psycho. D for Danielle. I'm psycho. Oh, yeah, I think I'm psycho. You can hear her saying that. And by the way, that's my commentary in the post. She says I didn't give any commentary. Uh, I beg to differ. I did give commentary. Um, the clip, let's talk about the wellness check. She's making claims that it belongs to her. No, she wants to eliminate people hearing her make that call into the police. Mhm. Yeah. Same thing with others. All right. So now let's just put this up. Come out and talk. There's so much to think about. And correct, but last night it was late. I've been busy all day today again. And I haven't responded to X or, and you know what? Somebody told me stop telling her what I have and have not done. I've been very busy. I'll just say that. And with at least 16 strikes or, takedowns of information, it takes time. Not to mention the other strike I had last week and the seven privacy complaints. I've lost count. So now on one side of YouTube, what do we have? 7, 8, 8, 8, 24. 23, 24 in the last week. Strikes and privacy complaints. This individual should be the poster child for throwing rocks and hiding their hands. She's often said that to so many people, throwing rocks and hiding their hands. She is the poster child for that. Okay. So let me just take a pause. Just for now. and read some of your responses, comments, impressions, ideas. What should we talk about? You know what? One of the things, let me just mention, I found a couple more of Lenore's comments. I thought I had them all. Let me just, I won't pull it across the screen, but let me see. Oh, yeah, I don't want to show her face. Let's put this over here. And I found like three more. All right. So now let's do this. And see if I can just tell you what these comments are. I haven't pushed them through the AI, but definitely insults. I don't want to show them. Okay. So this one, Lenora says, go bathe and check that knot in your neck. Go bathe and check that knot in your neck. Let's see if I can. Go bathe and check that knot in your neck. This is supposed to be, someone who's, I don't know, she wants to come across like she's so refined. Yeah. How, how did she end up on YouTube with Danielle? That's the question. And then insulting. I have so much on, so many comments. I just have to pull them together. And then she says, I'm bitter and want revenge. She was saying that 2 years ago, or less than 2 years ago. So she's trying to say, I'm a man. Check that knot in your neck. And she's trying to say that I don't bathe. And then she says, just this Monday, that I'm attacking innocent people. Who are those innocent people, Lenora? You're so vague. You're so vague. But when it comes to your insults, innuendos, then you say you read. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. I am, because I found that one. Here's another one. Let's see. Oh, get your attorney. I got mine. All right. Get your attorney. I got mine. Again, this person comes in with these challenges or comments. Um, there's one. Here's one. I mentioned this one before, but I don't think I showed it in the table. Maybe I did. But let's explore it for a moment. Any of you. It says, Lenore says, I could care less about you going to my website. The originator died for your information. So the originator of her website died for my information. Hmm. So someone else created that website, the originator, and that individual died for my information. So obviously, someone who uh, she would be connected to in some way, in some form. People who are what? Creating websites. Who else said they know how to design websites? Whose comment, whose receipt do I have that boasts they create websites? You see, if I played that, if I put it up, these are the types of receipts that I can, that triggered my memory. That goes hand in hand with what Lenora said. The originator of her website, the creator of her website, and then some time ago, Danielle mentioned, and I have a recording of it, that she creates, you know, website, that she's very familiar with this. Also, guys, there is, speaking of website and creating and links, remember the website YouTube Alley? The website YouTube Alley. Let's see. I have so much up on my screen right now, I don't even know if I can request. If you have, let's see if I can go on my phone, look up the website, who is YouTube Alley, I think it is, and go and check. There's um, there's a couple of links. Mm. Oh, let's see. Let's see if I have to do it on my phone. I have too much up on the screen. Let's go to who is the website. Seems like I remember. I made a copy. I have to put. I have so much up on my up on my desktop right now. That doing some work. So I think it was called YouTube Family. I made a copy. I just remembered that just now. Something that I can talk about. Okay. I don't know if I can. Let's see. is that search engine? I've got I just have too much up on my screen. That's probably why I crashed. Is it no, there's Lipstick Alley. Okay, that's one. But there was YouTube Alley as well. Okay. I'd have to I made a copy of a post. I'll just give you an idea of where I'm going with this one and I'll verify. Has to do with website design also. Um, and they're in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Maybe I shouldn't mention that until I have that receipt in my hand. But go and, you know, just dig around. All right. YouTube Alley was created. Remember that website? Mhm. There's a gentleman who is part of um, that organization. All right. In Atlanta, I'm going to tell you maybe on the next one, but there's something there that kind of caught my attention. Hmm. And it has to do with website design and something else. Anyway, I do have many receipts, but my receipts are under attack, under the auspices that they are copyright. I have given lots of commentary over the years. It's simple. Danielle Robertson is afraid for people to find out what she's really like. Yeah, on the air. Behind the scenes, on her station head when she loses it. How she abuses the copyright system. Mhm. How she impersonates people. So I could show you, but if I put up anything, what does she do? Like, she's gone mad. 24? I mean, she's done worse, I'm I've lost count. It's just over and over and over. She's trying to silence. Well, in in some way, it is silencing to put, to take those videos and receipts down. Yeah. So now she's just on the warpath. Against against me, against evidence, against receipts. I have receipts. There's a lot of people that talk about Danny Robertson. Very few have hard receipts when they talk about her to prove the point. I use receipts. She talks about me, but she doesn't produce receipts. No, she just says a lot of things. She says things like, I'm stalking people in my neighborhood. No receipts. She puts out these wild ideas, insults. Yeah. Lenora, where are your receipts? I'm going to ask you directly, Lenora. Where are your receipts of the attacks on innocent people? Who are those innocent people, Lenora? I just want to get at the truth. This has nothing to do with vengeance. Getting at the truth. You're making the assertion. I have many of your quotes that you said directly about me and at me. Insults upon insults. Where are your receipts? So, yeah, without your receipts, it's not credible because you just take uh, things that your leader, or is she family, has said. You don't have any receipts either, Lenora. It's your opinion. Sure, that's your opinion. But as far as making direct, you know, assertions that I've attacked innocent people, who are the innocent people, Lenora? Can you name one? Name one innocent person and produce the receipt where I've attacked them. Publish it. Go ahead. You're in Memphis, right? That's public. You put it out there. Award winning author. Is that fiction? Oh, is that's what it is. It's fiction. I forgot you're right. All right. So that's part of like fiction. I forgot. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, you inserted yourself and recently did it again. Mhm. I have every right. And because I was talking about that, then the video was struck last week. So, yeah, you wonder why I'm talking about you? Because you struck my video, Lenore, or at least your name's on it as being the person who struck my video. Oh, and I forgot there's Williams too. Another alias. Mhm. Is there something you don't want people to know, Lenore? Is why you struck my video? I mean, if there isn't anything there, where there is smoke, there is fire. So, trying to put out the smoke in smoldering, that is not defamation, it's not slander. I ask a question. She said that what the truth is stranger than fiction, something like that, about me if I wouldn't know it. Hmm. Fantasy. Rare Groove says, yep, made up fantasy. Is that an attack? No, that's not an attack on Lenore's asking Lenore a question. Mhm. Yeah. Have a conversation instead of hurling insults. Yeah. a knot in my neck, such arrogance. Oh, I think condescending is threaded throughout things that you say. Mm. I wonder, do you take your cues from Danielle? Because she's very much like that too. But she doesn't want people to hear that. She just wants people to hear her words and that voice. Mm-hmm. And you're listening now. Yeah. Lily is anti. That's what Cup says. Again, the reaction is causing the curiosity more than anything. Yeah. It was the reaction. And that caused me to go back and look at the words and yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Make believe, Vicky Black says, make believe fairy tales and cartoons. Tiger Licious wants to know who's Lenore. Um, I'll just, I have to catch you up at some point. I won't say a last name. But this is a public individual. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But back to um, YouTube Alley. There's something. There was something there. Mhm. Yeah. And this is why, for me, it's important in order to thread things together and for people to believe what I'm saying is to show receipts or let you hear for yourself. So, I have a YouTube channel. It's called Rip Running Receipt at Rip Runners. We're going to have to figure out a way to try it again. Because if I have any links, any post, we know what what she's going to do. If I put anything up on X, she's going to strike it. If I put up anything on Instagram, she's going to strike it. That means she's concerned about the truth coming out. Has very little to do with copyright because I can give commentary all day long. She has struck my channel recently for just talking about Lenore. Privacy complaint, I should say. Mhm. But there's nothing in this video that qualifies as a privacy. Not today. No. Mm-mm. At all. And yeah, I can talk about it. I'm going to talk about it tonight because, well, you were up all night, Danielle, 4 o'clock in the morning, striking my channel. So she was watching my video, striking at what, 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, 4 o'clock in the morning. Then all day today. It's like, where? Who is doing this? That's a good question. Rare Groove says, I wonder if this anonymous robot is her niece. Well, seeing that we don't know who Danielle, the Anon, is, that's a fair question. She said her niece was watching. Her niece, yeah. And somebody was, then she jumped on after someone responded, said something, and I responded. So could that be the niece that created the website? It just, it begs the question. It begs the question, clarification. That's fair because she put the thought there in writing, it's in black and white. I have receipts. I don't talk without them. Not, when I'm talking like specific and saying, she said this or she said that, very, very specific. So I've been accused of not having receipts. And when I show my receipts, they strike my receipt. So then she's trying to make it appear that, you know, I'm not credible like her. Where's your receipts when it comes to me? Mhm. Yeah, because you're listening. Where are your receipts? Gia says, Tigerlicious, because she was threatening Teddy like the Godfather. Yes. She stuck her nose in one of Teddy's lives on Instagram and then bullied Teddy, and finding all along she's a grandiose author. I didn't know she was. That's your opinion. Gia Papaya. Yeah, I read it. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, by the way, so that video that contained the Instagram and her post in that, I said I would go back and take a look, try to see the posts that were made. Not necessarily those that were, over on Instagram, but those made that I was able to put up. Ooh, I got to ask a question. I'm just going to ask this question, okay? I'm just going to ask a question. Don't get all bent out of shape. Because the last time I asked a question around this, it was challenged. Is lovely one and lovely for you, I think it's lovely for you too, or something. Remember when I asked the question when an avatar appeared in my chat? And I said, is that lovely one or is that a different one? And then I was like, there was pushback. I really didn't know. I mean, I was sincere. Like, hmm, are all the lovely ones all one and the same? Because during that, when the lovely one and the lovely, um, they were making a few comments like press, press, press. Danielle is press, 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 and other, other. comments like, okay. Who else was making some comments? Let's see. I don't mind if I just take my time. I mean, it's yeah, it's, it's 10:51. It is Friday. Yeah. Gosh, I need to take some of this stuff in. Because maybe we can sort a couple things out. And yeah, I've just got a lot of videos that we could go through and look at some posts around that time. I'm trying to delete some stuff, guys. And you can make comments or you can ask me, you know, you can send me an email, make suggestions, maybe something you recall. Yeah. Mhm. Let's see. What that? Okay, yeah. Yeah, help me figure. There's just something. Says Teddy, I think she's bougie. Because in one comment, she's all accusatory. And on another comment, she's all lovely to you. Red Groove says, I think there's a fake sub with that name. You mean like a troll or something? Kind of like that. Mhm. Old School says both lovely ones make comments that are suspect. You might have one or two that are suspect too. Just one or two. Just one or two. Old School. You know, we like old school, right? I know you like a good, you like, it's like like some people are out on the outside, you know, and they like to see a good go at it. Yeah. Okay, so you're very observant and you throw things out there. I see. Okay, Red Groove says, I think, yes, there's a fake sub with that name. You can email me at unwindwithteddy@gmail.com. So you think, uh, let's go back to old school. Both lovelies make comments that are suspect. Okay. Um, where is lovely one? Come on in, lovely one. You're probably out in the bushes, or maybe not. I don't know. Kind of like, yeah, I missed it when I did a 10-minute, 15 minute. It was quick. It was one morning, messy mocha, and I mentioned someone or something. I haven't seen them since. Who y'all think I'm talking about? Y'all missed it. Just side eye. I'm kind of side eyeing a few folks, and let me tell you why. I've been going through some of these videos, and I think there are people that are playing both sides of the fence. Mhm. Some people are playing both sides of the fence. Mhm. Yes. Nowadays I just have to, you know, just kind of like, mm, it's it's a challenge. It's a real challenge for me sometimes. Mhm. Yeah. Person doesn't have to, be out there cheerleading. No. But I can see when seeds are planted. Yeah. It's subtle. It's so subtle. It's so subtle. Okay. Um, let's let's put on the song, and maybe I can find that video. Because I want to tell you who else was hanging out in the chat, or we can talk about something else. I bet you, I've got an email. Yes, I like that, baby. Juju says one plants and then one waters. One plants and then one waters. Come on out, Luna Moon. You see how I just called her? I haven't seen Luna Moon since we told a bedtime story, and then the next day I saw something that just made me say, hmm. And it was something, I think I said something about different avatars. And some of these avatars have some things in common. It's just, I don't know. Especially when you go digging back and you find stuff like from September of 2021. I always wondered how some of these folks did, gather around or come to my channel. Or, yeah. Another person, there's a few folk. There's a few folk now. Mm-hmm. Gia says, "Oh, I missed that about Looney Moon." You say Looney Moon. You privatized almost right after I came in. Is she an op? I don't know. A smooth operator. I don't know. This person from Sweden always on the bus. A person can, you know, it's a great story. It is. It is. Until you look at some things and just say, whoa, I don't know. And guess what, guys? Someone has Someone has Somebody has a Luna, 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 a Luna, 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 a Moon, a Moon, a Moona. How 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 unique is that name, Luna? I've never heard of Luna Moon. I know it's with people who, like, the Luna Moon or something like that. Oh, you can come on out, Luna Moon. You can. I didn't say you were not, but I do have a few receipts that might just cause me to like, oh, oh no. Oh, let's see. I know you like the bedtime stories. That's what you said, and that's cool too. Um, yeah, you've got some real interesting avatars. Yeah, lots of them. Um, okay, so where do we go now? I go to my ooh. Let's see. Let's see, can we? Hmm. You know what? That's an interesting comment. What would make you say that? Do you know something? So she's Moon Moon. Maybe she's a Sailor Moon. Do you know there's a Sailor Moon? Mm. Let's leave Luna alone right now. It's just something. It's just something. It's just something about some of those avatars and some of the comments that I've discovered. I just it just some people are just getting the side. You can side eye me too. But when you do, bring some receipts because for every one that you have, I have two. For every receipt that you bring, I'm gonna bring two. Okay? It's rip running receipts. Rip runners. I'm just, multifaceted troll. uh, Multi trolls. Yes. Yes. You know, all of these people, um, Daniel has said, oh, you've got more enemies. It's just not me. I never had enemies until Danielle. No. I never had such a, let's just say, a collage, different people from different backgrounds, from different, all, coalescing together under one, you know, for one purpose, and that's to take me down. Oh, no, wait a minute. Sailor Moon is a cartoon. Come to think of it, I think her avatar looked like Sailor Moon. There is someone else in, let's just say, a group, okay, where Moon, I believe, is in their name. Yeah. Usual suspects. Usual suspects. There are some people that, just like to, stir things up. Make it makes, things more entertaining for them. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, there's some people that are agitators. Yeah, they just, yeah, just, they're in the background. They throw a lob. There were always, a few of those in school. Don't you remember that? It seemed like I do. Mhm. Always standing outside of the group, the fight, kind of egging it on from afar. I mean, they're not like really up close, but they're like stand like way in the back. And then they'll throw something in when the fight, is going, and nobody can seize that, saw that coming. Mhm. But they're throwing stuff up. Yeah, yeah. Especially when shoes start flying and other things. You know. Yeah. Mhm. So, what do you know about symbols? Old school. Says some when no, what is this? Whenever someone has symbols over their letters in their name is always suspect to you. Why? That's why I asked, what do you know about symbols? Is there something about them over their name? What intrigues you about those symbols that make you draw that conclusion? They're suspect. Hmm. That would be interesting to know your perspective on that. All right, so back to something real. Rare Groove says, so the niece who created the website has passed away? How convenient. What do you know about? I mean, is this something real? I mean, I don't think that you would. What have you looked something up? And which website? That's there's a whole lot in that statement. Real crew. Uh, died for information is, I just take it as dying, to learn more. But so your statement is something different. What's that about? Hmm. Did I miss something? I'd have to go up, to the top. Um, what is this? Okay. All right. So, yes. Um, she said the originator. Let's get the exact quote. She said, I could care less about you going to my website! Exclamation mark. The originator died for your information. The originator died for your information. Like, they couldn't wait. They wanted it badly. So, what's inside of that? Like, I could have cared less if you go to my website. Although I did, and I was showing it, and then Lenore struck me, or she alerted someone. Someone was watching at the same time that Lenore was making those comments, and Danielle struck as her representative. So, so we've got a niece watching, we've got an originator watching, we've got Danielle Robertson watching, we have Lenore watching and making comments. We've got other family members watching that particular video. And it just did something. I mean, it just, you know, yeah. Because I didn't know who this person was. And yes, she's going to say, why are you talking about it again? Because I can't. Because there's so much inside of that to unearth that I haven't thought about. That I haven't thought about. So you thought that she was saying, Vicky says, I thought the person that created the website had passed on. No, how I interpret it, that this individual was dying to get my information, So she shows up, hmm you, the person to challenge me or someone else around them. Hmm. Hmm. Now. So I could read into your statement, oh, school, the way you state it, that for sure that all these people are her family. Hmm. I don't know. I ask questions like, can that be her family? Are those her family? Hmm. It's kind of statements like that. So maybe allegedly. Unless, she stated her niece, she stated her family. Hmm. But who's the niece? Who is the niece? Is she the originator? Mm. Mm. There's a lot to unpack there because the way I'm thinking of it, those two people definitely were watching together. Those two people have, you know, there's a link there, right? Mhm. Cup says, question, is this the live when you stumbled on Soul Glow? Ooh. I could read that like, yeah, like, is this the, like when you just, yeah, like, you weren't looking for it. You weren't looking for it, but there's something more inside of that. Yes, because you asked, like, yeah. Did we stumble upon something? I think that's what you're saying. Hmm. Hmm. The originator has passed away. The niece has been watching something there, Teddy. Mm. The plot thickens. Remember, she said her niece monitors her website. Her niece monitors her website. So then she has control of her website. She can respond through her website. She has access to her website. It's kind of like, remember, now this is only technically, all right, that I'm going to mention this. Remember when Monique Tolbert said she used her daughter's, YouTube to get on? Yeah. So she was given her, access. right? Miss Tolbert said she used her daughter's YouTube to get on because she didn't know she didn't have a YouTube account. So that would mean she would have access. Someone, her daughter, would have had to give her a login or something like that to get onto her Google. She said her Google, right? So this website and this originator, this niece who monitors her website or her page, she wouldn't have to know, she would have access to it too. And she would be able to comment and do things. Yeah. And that's okay. That's her niece, right? You know what? Is that common? That if you are someone's aunt, that you're going to have access to their social media pages? I guess unless you design them, right? You're a web designer, right? Or you know things about all of that, right? Remember, think back to some of the things that she has said, things that she knows how to create. And so maybe, just maybe, you know, since people want to say I'm old, right? So maybe an older person, like tongue in cheek, is that you can be 62 or 63 and know how to design your website. You could, yeah, you can be familiar with that. Or you can have a niece that can do it for you. Hmm. Because remember, you know, old folks like me in their 60s, they don't know how to do anything. Remember, she said, uh, you know, she thinks I've reached the age of senility. And see now, you can't possibly know how to do anything like that. Yes, she called me that too. So, I mean, does that make sense? Maybe the logic behind it? Yeah, why not get my niece, who is familiar with designing websites? Come on, guys. They can design my web page and just conveniently be watching Unwind with Teddy and making comments. Why would her niece be interested in me? Come on, guys. These are real questions that I have never asked. I had never looked at it, but yeah, I didn't put that out there. It's something that makes you say, like cups of conversation. I wonder. Now, I didn't read that one. I wonder if Soul Glow, being stumbled upon, may have shaken some feathers. People are certainly moving like something got shook up. like trying to put spin on it, a narrative, get out ahead of it, get that stuff down. Some of that has been up on my X for some time. I got to do some housekeeping. I'm going to go through everything in one day. Let's just go and look at social media, shall we? I got to get that stuff down. There might be some clues in there. Might be something that can embarrass the family. Did I say that?
그대 미소에 난 취한 것 같아 자꾸만 웃음이 나 어린아이 장난 같아 다정한 밤 공기가 적당한 bar 바랬던 나를 더해 다른 음악이 그대와 나 한잔해 피냐콜라다보다 달달한 그 말 사랑해 이 세상 누구보다 더 마음의 이끌림을 따라 내게 다가가 입 맞출래 두근거리는 둘만의 밤 파도처럼 그댄 밀려오는데 달콤해 그대와 나 한잔해 스파클링 와인보다 향긋한 그 말 사랑해 이 세상 누구보다 더 마음의 이끌림을 따라 내게 다가가 입 맞출래 다음 생에 태어나도 내 선택은 그대예요 가까이에서 바라보다 다른 사람 다가와도 답은 늘 하나예요 영원히 함께 너와 달콤해 그대와 나 한잔해 피치 마티니보다 상큼한 그 말 사랑해 이 세상 누구보다 더 마음의 이끌림을 따라 내게 다가가 입 맞출래
Music just like that. It's called Love Hour. That's right, Vicky Black says, listen carefully. Listen for everything. Like I might say this or that or this or that, But listen for inside of that. Yeah. Figure out what is really being said. Because tonight is kind of like a toss salad. Yeah. And depending on what you put in your tossed salad. This one you might want to just pick through a little bit. Like have you ever had an antipasta salad or something like that, or maybe you don't like olives, or maybe you ordered something and they put onions in there, and you didn't really want the onions, but the onions somehow got in that salad. Baby Juju said it was being tossed for sure. hmm It's Duckery Friday. That's right. Cub says they don't like no pressure, Teddy. You too much. No pressure. They like to put pressure on me. Oh, I mean, jeez. Yeah. Know what you have to do, and even me. Go back and look. Listen a little bit and see, maybe there were 2 or 3 different stories inside of that one. Take your pick. Take your pick. Yeah. All with receipts now. If I could show my receipts. Gee, Danielle, I want to show my receipts. Gosh darn it, you keep taking them down. Oh, darn you. Keep taking my receipts down. Who does that remind you of? Oh, you don't think I have a receipt of Danielle talking about design, website design? Web page. You don't think I have that receipt, guys? Where she says she knows how to design her website, web pages, design. Yeah, I don't think I have that receipt. Come on. Now, what's happening to my numbers here? Are we still live? There's nothing in here to strike. Let me check. Because I know you're listening. You're waiting for something. I can talk. And put up a poster later. And we can brainstorm. That's what we're doing. But she said we're bird brains. So how can bird brains brainstorm? How can bird brains brainstorm? Yeah, very telling. Rare Groove says, you mean you listened to one of those clips? Said robot went completely berserk on that video clip played on X. Very telling. And if you listen closely, you heard this kid in the background twice. So I can talk about something like that, but I can't let you hear my receipts. So now You're going to have to simply rely. You're going to have to trust me. You're going to have to just trust that, especially now if I'm in a legal situation. Because I'm not talking about the case. I'm talking about receipts, like things that are happening to me right now. Yeah. I was just talking about a video, and then all this kind of happened. So you're just going to have to trust that I have receipts. So if I talk about anyone, that I've talked about tonight, just know if I could put up my receipt, I could play it. And if they want to debunk it, they should play their own receipt of them saying that. Yeah, since you're taking all of the credit for the things that you said, and including that, she said on on the email that she sent to X. Oh, let me get that email. What did she say about that one? Let's see. Let me go on my email, the X email. As she's explaining to them why she took my video down. My videos down. Oh, she says in this clip, my voice is heard laughing and calling myself psycho. This is taken directly from my content with no transformation, just a repost of my original audio in full. Not true. Not true. Transformation. If people could hear it. I took like two other voices and mixed it in so it could have like a nice echo. When you said psycho, it kind of echoed. And the laugh, it was like layers of laughter. It was, it was so transformed. Yes, it was like a little mini production because I said so. Yes, so that's not true. I did transform it. I did modify it. You just didn't want people to hear it. Oh, the cycle bit. It wasn't my words. I mean, I don't go around calling myself psycho. Yeah, maybe that's a different generation. Because that's what she said in another video when I pulled that up, that she thought it was deleted, that she called herself a psycho. So then she came back in one of her YouTube videos and tried to justify calling herself a psycho. She talked about music that was playing a song and how basically my generation can't relate to that kind of music. So I guess what she's saying is her generation goes around and they can relate to calling themselves psycho. Okay. That is something different, I guess. Our songs had a lot of meaning. We didn't go around calling ourselves psychos. But then, you know what? It would follow because if you look into the kind of things that she likes, especially those horror movies. She loves horror. Yes. Y'all didn't know that? As a matter of fact, she made a post and I've got a receipt, but I can't show it. So you're just going to have to believe me on this one, okay? She made a post. She was watching a horror film and she was laughing at the person who, was getting, kind of like, we'll just say Jason. Okay. And then she felt guilty about it, but it was a guilty pleasure. Yes, like she questioned herself, like, am I wrong for that? Kind of inside of the comment is the way I read it. Like it gave her, it was thrilling. She likes when people get, all Jasoned up. No, really. She made a comment about it. And then, like, maybe she was doing a self-analysis. Like, maybe she realized something like, is that right? But then it was okay because, yeah, it was really right because it made her happy. And it was like, I would show that. But she won't let me. I don't know why she said I'm a psycho. I'm psycho. I don't know. But she struck that psycho video of her admitting she's a psycho. No, I forgot. There's a song, I'm a Psycho. That's what she said. That's what she was referring to. The song for her generation. Let's see. She did come up and say something about there's a song. Who did she say was the author? Was it Purple Girl? Official lyric video from Minecraft. I'm Psycho. Minecraft animation music video. Is that what it was? Animation. Video. Streaming. Minecraft. Somebody else likes those games. Oh, y'all didn't know that. But she won't let me show you guys those receipts. So you're just going to have to believe me. And then she's going to say, oh, she's making up stuff. Let me play my receipts, but you won't. So now I get to tell my stories. You see, I was just going to play his receipt, but now I get to, we can just take all these receipts and make some stories. Yeah. Yeah. So you get inside of the mind and you wonder, where does that come from? Rare Group says, well, at least she owns it, right? Well, let's just say this. She didn't want anyone else to hear it. So maybe in reality, it kind of slipped And she, thought she'd toss it out there and it would go away. Yeah, because she deleted the video. Yeah. But then it showed up. And then she got mad. But the long and short of it is, I did transform that video. She just said I didn't, that I didn't give commentary. Not true. Not true. But she can tell X that. Yeah. Play it back. Play it back on your channel, Danielle. Let them hear it. And they will hear the echo, the reverb. Oh, that's right. She said, I don't know anything about editing. And I stole her music. And I got all my ideas from her. No. You see what happens when you strike on my video? Like that. You chase me down on my social media and then strike my videos. Yeah, it's something about, that laugh. She struck the laugh over here on YouTube. It was 5 seconds, and that was so transformative. It was a hyena. Yeah. And you didn't know that I have the receipt? Oh, wait a minute. Y'all don't know I have this receipt. So one day, D for Danielle. One day, she told the story how people have always talked about her laugh. Mm-hmm. She said someone told her she sounded like a hyena. That she's been told that. This was well before, she came to YouTube. So this has, been in her history. Yeah. When she just lets go and doesn't control. If you just laugh like you laugh, right? But once she saw that hyena, because she said she laughs like a hyena, I mean, why would I get the idea? Yeah, make a little clip. She said she sounded like a hyena. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't make it up. But she won't let me play that clip. And she won't let me play that part where she's telling the story about sounding like a hyena. That's not defamation. That's sharing a story and then transforming it. But there's something about that hyena laugh that she just doesn't want people to hear it anymore. So then she, he, he. That's not how she laughs. He. It's a control. Because if she really cut loose, it goes up several octaves. And she said she sounds like a hyena. Now, I'm not talking about her. I'm telling this story. Don't make me laugh. I see your comment, Kia. That's funny. Is it time for another um, song? And you know what? She posts. Now this is absolutely defamation. She said I'm an alcoholic, that I drink. She sent that to the board. Oh, she sent all kinds of things. Yeah, because we can just sit here and laugh and have fun. Tell a few jokes, whatever. It's all clean fun, right? She can't do that. She has to talk about. I mean, really. Yeah. Just like little harmless things, like telling a story like that. She can't do that. No. She's got to go and dig up somebody's record and show people in police cars and being arrested. And then she sticks her chest out and, you know, people stroke her ego and say, wow. Because she has a D for doxing machine. Hashtag D for doxing. Yeah. Okay. Hashtag D for deep six those videos that she definitely didn't want to. Okay. Vicky says, dig up the dead people's records. Yeah. My goodness. I mean, really. But it gives her a thrill. No, really. The more she does it. No. I kid you not. She derives some form of, at the expense of others. Pleasure at the expense of others. It's kind of like D for a drug. No, really. No, I have her talking about these things. But she won't let me show the receipts where I could, break it down inside of what she says. No, really. Just like she took down the receipt when she taunted Jaguar Wright. Y'all didn't hear that one? And there was this content creator on YouTube who was spooked. She was spooked when she heard D for Danielle. She said it was kind of like an out-of-body experience. Like a transformation, like she thought she was possessed. I'm talking about a content creator who played that clip of Danielle sounding like Jaguar Wright. And Jaguar Wright was like, oh. Like she played it for her audience. Like, listen to this. Like, who would stalk someone in their own? You talk about creepy. Remember, she always says creepy, creepy, creepy. Well, that's a receipt that she D for deep six. And guess what, guys? So I have that. And I was giving commentary on the other content. And guess what she did? Yep, you got it. She struck it. No, I didn't like that. I don't like when she strikes me. At all. At all. Mm-mm. No, I don't like it. I've been through it hundreds of times. Hundreds, literally. Who would say that? But now, Yes, the vault is full. So I guess what we're going to have to do is just tell some bedtime stories around these receipts. And she's going to say, oh, she's making it up. No, I'm not. No. Yeah. It's a great idea, isn't it? Baby Juju says, great idea. Yeah. Because Cups of Conversation says, yeah, that's a good idea. And then in that way, I just tell a little story around it. Yeah. I mean, it's just like picture her, right? Watching this horror film. And then she thinks to herself, oh, am I a bad person for thinking this way? Because she asked herself that question. But then she realized how much she liked it. And that's why, and I have the receipts too, when she first, I didn't know when she was making these, websites. Yes. Oh, that's it. There's the connection. Another one. So in 2022, she created a website, a fake website, and put my name on it and said that I had malpractice. There it is. That's another receipt. I didn't even think about that. She created a website. Yes. Ah, who creates websites? There it is. Now, do we have proof that she created Lenore's website? Nah, but she has experience in website design and creation. And she just happens to know this individual. Mm. Oh boy, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Mm. But anyway, in this story, so she creates this website, right? Yeah. And she calls it Medical Malpractice, Michigan Medical Malpractice. And she says that one of my patients, sued me. Yes. See, ooh, because she's anonymous, she just created stuff. I mean, blatant lies. And then she deep six that. But I have it. Cups of Convert, that's a story. That's a receipt. But she won't let me show it. And she's going to say, oh, she's making up lies. No, I'm not. Not at all. No, she's going to say those bird brains. Yeah. She wants her people who not to listen to us over here. She's going to say, oh, she's making up all those stories. So Vicky says, I used to see that, but I never said anything. I just said, no, that's not Teddy. Oh, you did? Wow. Yeah, she's been defaming and putting things out for a long time. Mm-hmm. My profession? And yeah, she's made over 10. She's probably, I would just imagine, there might be somebody else who tried to file something this week. I don't know. Yeah. Why don't y'all use y'all name when y'all file? Oh, that's right. You can be anonymous. So you can pretend like you're a patient and file a malpractice. It's the website. That's it. That's a breadcrumb cups of conversations website. Voila, voila. It's a website. She said, I designed my website. Mm. What is this that you keep saying, Rare Groove? Well, the originator passed away, therefore, they are ghosts. Who behaves like a ghost on these YouTube streets? Now, tonight, people are going to say, now this is messy. But it's with receipts that I can't show. But we're brainstorming that this is our way. I'm just kind of, trying to chopping it up, and maybe you'll hear something and it will trigger a memory, just like just now, just by, talking about various things. And the website is jumping out. It's jumping out. It jumped out, Cubs. There it is again. And that was in 2022. Yeah. And she was boasting about how she could do this, website design. And, I can do this and I can do that. Yeah, she's smarter. She can control. And was Auntie over there? Did Auntie say too much? Allegedly. Did Auntie bust it up? Okay, so I'm telling a story, right? Did Auntie say something she wasn't supposed to say? Oh, I'm just asking a question, guys. Come on. Did Auntie say something she wasn't supposed to say? Because, well, there's a lot that we would, have to assume. But we could certainly thread this and tie this and make this into a great story. And the pieces would well fit, because we could go retrospective and pull receipts that would support a theory and support a storyline. Not that. Oh, gosh. I'm not even going to put that comment on the screen. Paragraph by paragraph, chapter by chapter. That one needed an edit, and that's why that makes me think this is why they want those receipts down, that she didn't waste any time. This was a troll, I thought. But Danielle didn't waste any time. It was right during the live that she had to get it down. She had to hurry up. Hurry up, hurry up. Baby Juju said, oh, we love story time. I mean, picture it. Picture it. I bet that phone line was burning up. And you, yes, get that. Oh, that was a take, take, not take six, take seven, take eight. Let's retake, take. You know how when you know when these actors are on set and the director says roll them and they say their line and maybe they mess up and then it's take one, no, take two. Okay, roll it, Charlie, roll them. And then you hear the little music and then they forget their line. Okay, I'm gonna maybe you ought to take, you know, go back to the, go back to the, your room. They have these like little studio rooms. Maybe come back. Especially when the director gets really like, it's like we can't get this scene correct every time. You see those directors with those bullet horns, right? Kind of like what IO has, that little avatar. Yeah. And then it's take 4. I don't know what happened. But somebody had to have that down. They had to retake it. They messed up. Allegedly. At least that's what some of you think. I mean, we're just talking about it and I'm seeing some of your comments. It's not my words. It wasn't me. I'm just telling a story. And it's midnight. What do we make of it? There's a lot in that. I didn't know. I had no idea. This was like, wow. Later. I think I've been up late enough for a Friday night. Yeah. I could go on. I don't know, guys. It's food for thought. And again, anything that I've said is fair use commentary. I have receipts to back up everything I've said. Everything. I've also given my opinion. Part of it was for criticism. Part of it was for, information. Yeah. Part of it was for entertainment, reflection, and analysis. Yeah. Because, yesterday I got about, all in one day, 16 strikes. And in a week, 24. That's kind of much. So this is my way. I'll just say, kind of like Maggie although she didn't say it exactly the way I'm going to say it, but she did kind of. By her talking about Jaguar Wright, Canada Dry, it helps her to process what she went through, I think, in 3 months. Yeah. So by me talking through some of this, it's helping me process these receipts in a different way because I'm getting, more information that's like, idea. Like, wow, is that what being said? It's like a think tank, right? That's all. Just, yeah. I'm going to check my email and see if there's anything there and play this song, You're All I Need. I don't know if this is, how it's going to go, but I'll be right back.
두 눈을 감아 가만히 더 느껴봐 기분 좋은 긴장감 내게 말해줘 tonight 널 알고 싶어 따분할 만큼 이성적이었던 나 무너지고 있잖아 네 앞에 서면 생각도 멈춰 사랑에 빠지는 건 바보 같다고 그렇게 난 믿었었는데 유일한 사랑은 너 하나란 걸 나는 확신해 You're all I need 너도 같다면 회심의 여지가 없는 거잖아 You're all I need 너의 눈빛과 작은 향기까지 다 나를 간지럽히네 모든 신경이 널 향해 있어 사랑에 빠지는 건 바보 같다고 그렇게 난 믿었었는데 유일한 사랑은 너 하나란 걸 나는 확신해 You're all I need 너도 같다면 회심의 여지가 없는 거잖아 You're all I need 사랑은 절대적일 수가 없다고 그렇게 난 믿었었는데 유일한 사랑 의심의 여지가 없는 거잖아.
You're all I need.
You're all I need. Well, that's going to do it for me. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way out. Email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com and join me sometime tomorrow. Yeah, it's late. And I do have a couple more things to get done, believe it or not. All right. Anything else before I say good night? I appreciate all of you. Food for thought, right? Website. Word of the day. Website. It would be very interesting to find out how many times that word was used by someone. Okay, Rare Groove says an anonymous person is like a ghost. The originator passed away who created websites. Now, this is going to kind of be a little mystery for me because which website are you referring to? Did you look something up? So, I mean, you don't have to answer that, but now I'm curious. Okay. All right. That's it for me. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.
따스하게 불어오는 너란 바람에 흩날리는 아는 사랑인가 봐. 이젠 말해요. 그대 곁에 있을 사람 내가 되어줄게요. My love. 사랑이란 마음만으로 부족할 수도 있지만 떠나가면 안 돼. 떠나가면 안 돼.
약속.
해요.
1, 2, 3, 4.
내 맘에 그대가 불어와 향기로 꽃을 피우고 내일을 기다리는 이유 It's you Always you 내 맘에 그대가 불어와 향기로운 꽃을 피우고 내일을 기다리는 이유 It's you, always you.